dear students. My name is Mohibegim Fazliddinovna. Our theme today is the scientific revolution. The point is that if you had no technology and wanted to explain the natural worlds around you, you might let your personal observation guide you. The scientific revolution. What was the scientific revolution? Was the first. What is the revolution? Answer. A new way of thinking about the natural world and societies that challenges traditional ways and instead relied upon experimentation and new science. The fast forward several hundred years to the 16th and 17th centuries. Renaissance, humanists masters Greek and Latin translated work of Ptolemy, Archimedes and Plato. Humanists disagreed with Aristotle, preferred individual thoughts than empirics. New problems required new solutions, which led to the development of new touch and math. Aristotle called the shots Greek philosophy and scientists. During the Middle Ages, what was the rate? Causes of scientific revolution. Dawn of the modern science, Middle Age, Renaissance, scholars thought and swears about the natural world from the church. Mid-15th, others began to think in new ways. Old we pre-modern. The first scholar relied on traditional authorities for beliefs about structure of universe. Aristotle developed the geometric model is center of universe, sun, moon, and planets revolved around sun. The third ideas are upheld by church accepted authority for European intellectuals. The new wave causes the first scholar humans began to challenge traditional authority. Aristotle in the 15th. Scientists and mathematicians began to think in new ways empiricism. Post-theoretical, the developed producer chose the taste ideas, evidence and experiments. The third one opened to new ideas, exploration, new lands, new people, new animals, cause of the scientific revolution. Old views promoted on science, magic, philosophy and religion. Aristotle, Ptolemy and the deontic model accepted by the church. Science focused on observation and sensory experience, with and support of practice like alchemy and astrology. Magic was possible and believable. Medical philosophy focused on registering and integrating religious texts with non-religious learning. Renaissance philosophy humans focus on Aristotle and Ptolemy. Religion was not scientific and focused on amity amongst people and God. The geometric theory, the Ptolemy system. Aristotle in the 4th century BC, Ptolemy expanded theory. The earth was an unmoving object, the center of universe. What? The moon, the sun, and planets move around Earth. Series of concentric sphere beyond planet lay sphere of fixed stars and heaven. Christianity supported theory, told God deliberately placed is at center of universe. That's what the scientific revolution was all about, with a new way of thinking gave Europeans a new way to give humankind's place in the universe. Big idea advanced in mathematics, technology allowed scientists to demonstrate the proof of abstract theories with clear and logical awareness. Big idea of the scientific revolution. Important people and the breakthrough of the scientific revolution. Main idea. Scientific discoveries expanded knowledge about the universe and the human body. Discoveries in astronomy led to a new conception of the universe, and scientific developments advanced medical knowledge while launching a new field of science chemistry. The Ptolemy system. The thing what was the geometric model, and Aristotle development focused on tell me. Direct open your textbook to page 304 and read the Ptolemy system. As you are reading, take note of what Ptolemy system was like. When you are finished, draw a diagram of the universe according to Ptolemy. Question: why was this view of the universe accepted by the Catholic Church at the time? Nicholas Copernicus and the Nicolaitanic theory on the revelation of the heavenly bodies, published in 1543. Copernicus proposed a heliocentric system. Earth and planets revolve around the sun. Secular orbits sink. Why did Copernicus wait until he was on his deathbed to publish on the revolution of the heavenly bodies? Answer: he felt ridicule from scholar and persecution from the Catholic Church. On the revelation of the heavenly bodies begins the Copernicus revelation. Johannes Kepler and Kepler's first law. Kepler's law of planetary motion, 1609, are scientific laws describing orbital motion created to describe the motion of planets around the Sun. The orbit of every planet is an ellipse with the Sun at one of the two foci. Kepler's first law stated that planetary orbits are elliptical and the Sun is at the end of the ellipse, not at the center. Planet and Sun. Galileo Galilei entered the starry messenger by the early 1600. Scientists could explain the universe, but what the planet made of? How is motion is the universe explained? Galileo Galilei, this father of modern observation astronomy, because the father of modern physics, the father of science, the father of modern science. See discoveries published in the Starry Messenger. Jupiter has 4 moons, the Sun has dark spots, the third Earth moon has a round and uneven surface. Heavenly objects were composed of material, substance, not pure orbs or light. Galileo Galilei's problems with the Catholic Church, chronologic 1633, before him all the is, the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. The Catholic Church ordered Galileo to abandon his idea. Why? Answer: his discoveries synonymized with the biblical concept of the universe. Humans were no longer at the center, and God was no longer in a specific place. Opposing viewpoint. Freeze science. Cardinal Bellarmine urges that trust lies in the Holy Scriptures, but to want to affirm that the sun really is fixed in the center of the heavens and only revolves around itself, and that the earth revolves around the sun is a very dangerous thing by enduring our holy faith and rendering the holy scriptures false. The holy fathers all agree and explain it literally that the sun is in the heavens and moves swiftly around the earth. Now considered whether the church could encourage give scripture a sense contrary to the holy fathers. Question: why did Galileo's ideas represent threat to the Catholic Church? Answer: the Church taught the literal truth of the Bible. If something in the Bible could be provided false, it would shake the foundation on which the Church was built. Galileo agreed that the Church should reinterpret scriptural truths if they conflict with scientific truths. I hold the sun to be situated motionless in the center of the revolution of the celestial orbs while the earth revolves around the sun. This means his opponents have resolved to fabricate, construct, and shell of the false mistakes out of the absurdity of the people. This they apply with little judgment to the refutation, discovering of argument that they do not understand and have to even listen to before as a physical proposition is condemned, it must be shown to be false. Question: what did Galileo suggest that his opponents should do before dismissing his ideas? Answer: he suggested that his opponents prove him wrong. Up until the middle of the 17th century, scientists can answer the following question: what is the universe looks like? Who and what? How the universe moves? Who and what? What stuff in the universe is made of? Who and what? Isaac Newton's view of the universe. Copernicus, Kepler, and Galileo Newton built on their work, rebuilding the universe. Mathematical principles of natural philosophy, published in 1687, Newton laid out his universal law of gravitation, set the four laws of motion. Newton describes how the universe functions. Big idea. Newton thought that scientific theory should be coupled with rigorous experiments, with what eventually become the basic of modern science. Universal law of gravitation. Every object in the universe attracts every other object by a force called gravity. The degree of attraction depends on mass and distance between them. Newton's word-matching concepts created a new view of the universe. How? Question: why was this theory important to scientists of the 17th century? Answer: it mathematically proven the theory could explain all motion through the universe. Planet, gravitational pull of sun, planets velocity, resultant pace. Now that scientists know what the universe looks like they begin to question other topics. Scientific revolution breaks through in medicine and the human body. Yellow. Greek or Roman physician and surgeon in the 2nd century AD who made early contribute to the understanding for the anatomy, physiology and neurology, focused on animal decision rather than human to formulate ideas on the human anatomy. His teachings dominated until the Middle Ages. The scientific revolution breaks through in medicine and the human body. Andres Vesalius on the fabric on the human body, published in 1543. Present and accurate examination of the organs and the complex structure, bones and muscle of the human body. Vesalius is often referred to as the founder of modern human anatomy. Think. Why was Vesalius able to gain an understanding of the human anatomy where Galen was not? Scientific revolution breaks through in medicine and the human body. William Harvey publishes on the motion of the heart and blood. The heart acts as pump to circulate blood throughout the body. The same blood flows through veins and arteries. The scientific method. Main idea. Scientists came to believe that reason is the main source of all knowledge. Reason is the capacity for continuously making sense of things, applying logic for establishing and verifying facts, changing or justifying practice, institution, and beliefs based on new information. The scientific method, what is it? It is a step-by-step, repeatable process for collecting and analyzing data and coming to new conclusions, systematic procedure. Explained by Francis Bacon in 1622, validating the use inductive reasoning. If a man will begin with certainties, he shall and in doubts, but if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall and in certainties. The scientific method, inductive reasoning, the first. Free mind from previous opinion that might distort the truth. Start with detailed facts and proceed to general principles. Inductive reasoning drives the scientific revolution. Bacon wanted science to advance human life with new discoveries. Science could benefit industry, agriculture, and trade. Inductive, reductive. How does a scientist come to a conclusion? The scientific process. Step 1. Make own observation, observes a natural event. Step 2. Formulate the hypothesis, theory of possible explanation for the event. Step 3. Test by happens form organized experiments to test theory. Step 4. Analyze the result from the test, draw conclusion. General principles. Step 5. Check the hypothesis if necessary. The science of the process by a process of successive approximation. Make an assumption, see how we fix the reality, modify it, and try again after a few iterations of successive approximation, you can be very far from your starting point. Even fairly strange initial assumption can lead to correct result. The sign of process by a process of successive approximation. Make an assumption, see how fits relative, modify it, then it if necessary, and try again. Okay, our lesson is over. Goodbye. Thank you for your attention.